Hi all of you awesome scuba divers out there, welcome to the Scuba Diver Magazine channel, your favourite place for the latest scuba diving news and gear reviews. Today's how-to is sponsored by scuba.com. Scuba.com is your one-stop shop for everything underwater, whether you are a seasoned scuba diving pro or just starting to explore the wonders of the deep. Scuba.com has everything you need. Browse their extensive selection of scuba and snorkeling equipment from leading brands, find masks, fins, BCDs, wetsuits, regulators and everything else you need for a comfortable and safe dive. Scuba.com's team consists of highly trained and experienced professionals who have dived all over the world. Get personalized recommendations for the perfect gear no matter your destination or diving style. If you're ready to take the plunge, Scuba.com offers scuba diving classes for all levels, from beginner open water diver certification to advanced technical diving courses. Looking for the ultimate underwater adventure, Scuba.com curates dive trips around the globe to exotic destinations as well to take you diving. Dive into a world of possibility with Scuba.com. If you've just invested in a new scuba diving mask or a snorkeling mask, then the very first thing that you need to do, apart from taking it out of the box, is to prepare it. There are two preparations when it comes to diving masks. An initial preparation that you do once when it's brand new, and then after you've done that, a quick preparation that you do before every dive or every time that you go into the water. Brand new masks will fog up very soon after you start your dive, which is just going to ruin your day because you're not going to be able to see what's going on in front of you. Now, fogging will happen with any piece of glass, but it happens especially quickly with new diving masks because they still have a residue of the manufacturing process on the inside of that glass that promotes condensation. From what I understand, it's the silicone that emits some chemical compound over time, and that can settle on the surface of the glass, and this is what the condensation finds it really easy to form on. The relatively cold water rushing over the outside of the glass is cooling it down, and the warm, humid air inside of the mask, which is warmed up by your face, makes the inside of your mask very humid, and of course that cold glass is just begging for condensation. So we need to make that surface of the glass really hard for water droplets to settle on. To defog your diving mask, we're basically trying to affect the surface tension of the water droplets so that it doesn't condense on the glass. That residue from the manufacturing process can make it a lot easier for condensation, and we want to remove that residue on the glass and replace it with our own film that prevents condensation. So the initial preparation is removing that old film, and then the preparation before the defogging, before each dive, that's putting that our own film back on. The first thing that I need to mention is that there are exceptions where you can damage your mask with some of these techniques, even the gentle techniques. If you have a mask with plastic lenses, do not prepare it like a glass lens mask. Plastic lenses scratch very easily, and some have their own like defog pre-treatment built in, so you're just going to damage it. Most diving masks are made with tempered glass lenses, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on mostly in this how-to. If you're unsure, tempered glass lenses will have a small capital T, sometimes there's a small t, or literally the word tempered in the corner of the glass, usually down at the bottom. If it does not have that marking, I'd be very, very careful of damaging the lens, especially plastic ones, because they scratch just instantly. You can also get fancy coated lenses. If you buy a mask with some kind of mirroring treatment or something, some kind of coating, then I would contact the manufacturer to confirm the best way to prepare your mask. The last thing that you want to do is to damage that expensive treatment before you've even got the mask wet. The manufacturer will be the best to recommend the most appropriate preparation that won't damage those lenses. You only need to treat the inside of the lens. I've seen some divers do the outside, but that's where the water is, so That's not going to fog up. Focus your efforts on the inside of the mask. That's where the fogging occurs. The first option is a defog film. I've had good results from these. They're a very thin, self-adhesive film that sticks to the inside of your lens. They're not perfect. They won't reach all of the corners of the mask because they're usually made to be a very generic shape to fit most masks, but they do a very good job and they require much less maintenance. You just put them in and that's kind of it. Each will have their own instructions, but you typically need to clean the lens, make sure there's no like dust or particles or anything on it, pop the film into place, and that's about it really. They're usually self-adhesive, so do take care to place them straight, otherwise it will just bug you that it's off center depending on your level of OCD. If your mask comes off underwater, they do stay in place. They're not going to float off. You don't have to worry about them. They don't require a lot of maintenance. You just kind of put them in and yeah, they just get on with it. The way they work is that they are just obviously see-through, so you can see through it, and the material itself, yeah, is just an inhospitable environment, so it helps to prevent that those water droplets from forming on it. So you'll probably see fog forming around where the film doesn't cover, but the actual thing itself in front of your eyes, yeah, is crystal clear. You can buy several mask cleaners. Now it's important that you buy a mask cleaner and not a defog spray or gel. Defog sprays and gels are made to be used before every dive, but something that's marked as a mask cleaner is made for that initial preparation that we're trying to do first. You ideally want both. The mask cleaner first, you do that once or twice, and then before each dive you use that defog stuff. But yeah, for the initial preparation, you want a mask cleaner. The method may vary, and of course it's very important to read the instructions on each of these because they can vary, but the method is usually to put a small drop on the inside of the glass in one corner and then just give it a gentle rub. We're just like spot checking it at this point. Wash that off, check for any scratching. They often have a slightly abrasive consistency, so it's good to spot check the treatment isn't damaging the mask before you rub it all over the entire lens. Once you confirm that this spot check is all good, make sure that the mask is completely dry. That's usually an important factor, and then rub the treatment into the entirety of the lens in just lots of small circles to scrub that inside of the lens. Some treatments tend to work better if you let it dry for a few hours or even overnight, which can help to draw more of that film off of the glass, and repetition as well. Just using your finger, just rub it in and then clean it, let it dry, and then do that whole process again. 2 or 3 treatments is usually for the best results. Once you're done, pop the mask on and then breathe out through your nose a couple of times. If it immediately fogs up, just prep it again. Repetition is your friend here. If it only fogs up on like the 2nd or the 3rd breath where you're really trying to fog it up, you should be okay. That's what the pre-dive defog treatment will prevent. We're more concerned over like that very first breath. If it happens on the 1st breath, then yeah, just keep repeating. If it's on the 2nd or the 3rd, you should be okay for now. One of the most common methods is using toothpaste in a similar method to the commercial treatment. You do need to be careful which toothpaste you use, however. Many have abrasive elements which are a bit too abrasive for glass and they can scratch it, and some have chemicals that are great for whitening your teeth, but it can damage your mask. So avoid expensive whitening toothpastes and gels. Basic white toothpaste is your friend here, and usually ones that are made for small children tend to be the best because they're a bit more gentle, a bit less abrasive. Avoid those gels and anything fancy with crystals and stuff. It's just basic white toothpaste at this point. I'd rather have something that's a bit less abrasive than I actually need, and then I actually just have to use it a few more times, than something that's too abrasive that's going to damage my mask. Dry the mask. Use a good amount of toothpaste, rub that into all of the corners of the glass, and then let that coating dry, and then rub it off with a cloth, like overnight or something, or leave it overnight and then rub it off in the morning. Test for fogging, put it on, breathe out through your nose, and then repeat if necessary. This one I'm not a fan of. Some divers swear by it, and it can be very effective, but you can also damage your mask because you are holding it to a flame. You'll probably be hard pressed to find a mask manufacturer that recommends this method, and I thoroughly doubt you'll get a new one under warranty if they see that yours has been burnt. I spoke to one manufacturer as well. They were worried that it may affect the tempering of the glass, so I don't really use this method myself, but the method is out there, and I wanted to show you so that you can make your own mind up if you want to use this method or not. You quite simply use a lighter and hold the tip of the flame to the upturned mask whilst moving that flame around. You don't want to leave it in one spot for too long. Or move that flame too close to the edges because you don't want to melt the plastic of the frame. When you move the flame around, you can see a ring on the lens that kind of retreats from the frame. That's what we're after. You also see some soot forming as well. Don't worry too much about that. You'll want to like rub it to clean it off to see what you're doing, but of course the glass is going to be very hot, so resist the temptation to do that. Also resist temptation to run it under cold water. That sudden change in temperature can damage the glass and cause it to shatter. So just wait for it to cool down first, then you can rub the soot off and then go through that like blow test just to see if it still fogs up. Obviously never do this with plastic lenses. They're going to melt, and don't do it with fancy coated lenses neither, because you don't know how they're going to react to the extreme heat. Now, if you hadn't guessed already, I don't recommend this method. I have used it and it does work, but yeah, it's just quite a dangerous method, especially compared to toothpaste. Those are the most common methods, and typically you do them once when they're brand new, and maybe after a couple of years as like a top up to keep your mask in top condition. Before each dive though, it's good to use a defog treatment. Right before each dive, there are a few ways of defogging your mask. The most simple is spit. Its popularity has plummeted after COVID for obvious reasons. It's an average defog. You just spit in your mask, rub it around for a bit, sometimes give it a rinse. But yeah, in a pinch, it gets the job done. There are better options out there though. You can get commercial sprays and gels that typically work very well. They've been designed to defog masks. Usually apply them to a dry mask and sometimes give them a rinse before you put the mask on. Baby shampoo is very popular. Dish soap, less so, but it's in a similar vein. In the like Kirby Morgan full face mask, I was taught to use neat detergent just on the lens, give it a rub around, and then just leave it. It can be a little intense on the eyes at first, but that's in a full face mask. On a half mask, like a recreational dive mask, no, it's probably going to be a bit too much. So I tend to use diluted baby shampoo in water, a couple of drops, mix with some fresh water in like a spray bottle, give it a spray on the inside of the lens, and you're good to go. You don't really need to rinse it before the dive. It just gets the job done, and because it's so diluted and it's baby shampoo, it's made to be no more tears, it is not too intense on your eyes. Some divers splash some cold water on their face at the start of the dive, help cool their face down so it's less warm. Otherwise, try to avoid exhaling through your nose as much as possible during the dive. I know that you need to equalize the squeeze, but you're just filling your mask with humid gas from your lungs, so try to do that as little as possible. If your mask does start fogging up during the dive, you can just lift the seal just to let a trickle of water in. Use that water on the inside of your lens to just clear it, and then clear the mask by looking up and breathing out through your nose. That will push the water out of the bottom. There are a bunch of different methods to defog your mask. Prepare your mask and then defog your mask, but those are typically the most popular and effective. I've seen people experimenting on forums with all manner of self-made concoctions and varying effects, like putting them in the dishwasher and that kind of stuff. But these ones, they're readily available. Most people have toothpaste and dish soap in the house. Baby shampoo and cheap toothpaste is pretty easy to find in most places also. Remember to check out today's sponsor, scuba.com, for your next scuba equipment purchase. They very kindly sponsored this video, and they're definitely worth a look because they have the latest gear on their website. Also check out our magazine by visiting scubadivermag.com and subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.